All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's check in and see what our lovely ZEBEC is doing here. We have got brain price section actually where the rest of the market is in red. It's encouraging in so many ways. Number one is that there was an unlock event today where I think about 3.6 or $4 million of ZEBEC was going to be unlocked. And usually with things like this you expect the market to dump, but against all odds, ZEBEC is actually pushing towards the upside. So that's great. And I love to see this. Now, the second thing is we're getting, closer and closer to the completion of something that is really, really big here. If you have tuned in over the last few weeks, what we have actually been talking about time and again is this whole work of accumulation pattern that we have right there. And so far, so good. It's looking safe. We're at the verge of something really, really huge happening if we happen to break the whole resistance here, because I'll show you with another chart. We have got a very good chance of getting into price discovery, meaning basically the sky is the limit and you don't have any resistance. It's just up from there. Definitely great moments await here for ZEBEC. But before we start today's video, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm in understanding that yes, this video may be short and straight to the point, but it's exactly what the community needs. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe because I do TA on ZEBEC and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. Let's get right into the daily time frame, and I've already mentioned the wake of accumulation pattern here. But of late, if we take a look at shorter time frames, maybe I'll refer to the 8-hourly time frame. We have got another pattern that has developed there. And this one is nice because it is a bullish pattern. I think you can already see it. This is this bull flag. Now, we haven't broken out of that bull flag clearly, and there is still a chance in which you can just reside in it for quite some time before you have a huge breakout there. But so far, so good. We have got a bullish pattern, and this has got the potential of taking the price to right around, I would say, 0.006. Technically speaking, we want to be taking the length of this pole. And at a point of breakout, which at this point, I'll be honest with you, we don't have, a clear point as to what's happening right there. But I'm just saying that we are looking at rough prices right around 0.006 here dollars for ZEBEC. Let's just say we have a clean breakout from where the price is. And we're looking at right around a 220% in terms of like the breakout. However, I think you can already notice that we also have got a major resistance on top here. So breaking away from the downward stopping resistance of the flag is not enough in the situation. What we really want to see is a break right above 2.2. When I say 2.2, I'm actually saying 0.0022. And this actually has got a breath of fresh air and we can literally blow all the bears away. That is definitely good and I can't wait for that. But there is a favorite chart that I like to refer to time and again. It's the ZEBEC chart, but on this exchange called HTX, because they just happen to have more data, right? So you can see a work of accumulation pattern very much clearly there. And we are saying the sky is the limit. The reason why we say that is because we have got only two resistances here. So this is the first resistance right around 0.0022, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on. Then the next one that we are looking at is the all-time high or at inception. But when we say inception, we're also talking about when this new token, the ZBCN, was replacing the old ZBC token. So that area is also right around 0.0035 thereabout, which to be honest with you is not really far from this resistance if it happens to be broken, because you're only looking at an 88% or something like that, which is peanuts in crypto. These are things that can actually be achieved in a week. Even a day, it can happen that a cryptocurrency pumps up 80% and stuff like that. So as you can see, we are on the verge of doing something interesting here with ZEBEC. And my main point with this whole chart is that it shows that if these two resistances are cleared, you enter into price discovery and keep pushing towards the upside. I think there is massive potential for ZEBEC because of its smaller market cap as well as the fundamentals behind the project. Nobody else is doing what they are trying to achieve here. I think if you also look right around the market and global economies, literally everybody is trying to move on to a new payment system. And I think it's just really great for ZEBEC to, head into that. We'll also hear more from the team, I think, on the 21st of May when they're going to be hosting, I think it's Uphold, the exchange in the USA. And we'll hear more from them because their spaces are usually fire. Now take a look at this. One of the biggest investors is Coinbase Ventures, but so far, if we take a look at markets, ZEBEC is not yet listed on Coinbase or Binance for that matter. So I would think that at some point in the future, in the very near future, I'm actually guessing. ZEBEC has got a very high chance of being listed on Coinbase, and for me, that's the ultimate nail on the coffin for the bears. And yeah, I think we really necessarily don't have to wait for that moment, because when it eventually gets listed, when it's now $1 billion now for a 10x, you have to wait until 10 billion. But if you were invested maybe at $100 million in terms of market cap at 10 billion, you have got 100x and stuff like that. So I don't really want to get into which price targets are the best and stuff like that, because I know that everybody has got very different price targets. All I'm just pointing out to at this moment is that there is a clear potential in ZEBEC, great community behind it and stuff like that. However, if we get a rejection here, I just talked about this in my video yesterday, that I'm going to be looking to buy the next Fibonacci retracement support there. And let me quickly show you that, and we complete this video. So from the very bottom where we had our spring moment right there until the very top of the range, I think that my next buy, if we happen to get a rejection, would be the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. Now I'm buying this whole thing at lower prices because I'm bullish. I'm not going to be the one who sells at this level. I want to be accumulating more. I think previously in the last weeks as well, I have been saying that when we were looking like we're breaking out here, that, I think also when the price comes down to previous resistances right around 0.0015 is also a great area to buy. So the next one would be 0.00123, basically, in terms of the dollar valuation. So once again, from where the price is sitting, it may be unbelievable for a lot of people that we are looking at a minus 30% drop. Hey, this is crypto. Things happen, and we don't have to like volatility when it's only towards the upside. We can also make use of it when it's towards the downside, meaning we are dollar cost averaging and we are getting the commodity lower and lower. But eventually, when it starts pushing towards the upside, we have got a great and extended profit. But of course, personally for me, if you ask my price targets, I'm looking at the full Fibonacci extension level here from the very top of the chart until the bottom. And that is right around, I would say 1.3, 1.4 cents. So that's great. We are, getting closer and closer to that. For a lot of people, this is super conservative. Yes, I get that. But it also depends on how much you are, investing into ZEBEC. If you've got $1 million, you don't really need to wait for 100x. I'm not saying that I have got $1 million, but I have quite a significant bag on it. So before we go ahead and take a look at this welcome bonus that our partners over there, LBank, the exchange, are doing. If you happen to deposit whatever amount, I think as long as it's a minimum of $100, you get almost a 50% cashback, meaning that you get half of what you deposit as bonuses, and you can also trade those bonuses, even make much more money from there. I think it's a fantastic idea for everybody. Go ahead and take a look at the rules. The link is somewhere there in the description. That's not the only event that they're running. They also have got this one for new users as well. If you happen to register with the link that I've put in the description and also the referral code, you also have got, this spin thing that you do, and you can do it multiple times. Actually, I think you have up to 10 times you can do that. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, you have to do it maybe 6 times if you satisfy the other things. But the basic thing that you have to do here is to trade as minimum as $5. I think it's great. So Rolex and an iPhone 6 and Pro Max are within this spin wheel, and I think it's great for everybody. Again, take a look at the rules and also check the link that is in the description. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with the friends and family. I'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.